Good morning for Telesur. I'm Cody Weddle in Caracas, Venezuela. We begin in Brazil, where elections have concluded in the world's fifth largest democracy. Over 100 million votes were cast. Incumbent President Dilma Rousseff prevailed in the first round. Aécio Neves surged ahead of Marina Silva for second place. He will face Rousseff in an October 26 runoff election. Last night, as the results became clear, our correspondent Stephanie Kennedy filed this report.
Good evening. Well, we bring you this report with 99% of the votes counted here in Brazil. Definitely one of the country's most important elections for a long time. The numbers so far stand with Dilma Rousseff, current president, with 41.5% of the votes, followed by Aécio Neves with 33.6% and Marina Silva with 21.3%. That means that it will be Dilma Rousseff and Aécio Neves who will be going head-to-head in the second round of elections here in Brazil. The question now is, what will the people, the supporters of Marina Silva do? Who will they support? Who will they gravitate towards? That's all we've got time for now. I'm Stephanie Kennedy. This is Telesur in Rio.
Thanks, Stephanie. Definitely an important question for the second round. Workers' Party leader and current President Dilma Rousseff warned voters of the danger of allowing the right wing to take power again in Brazil. She reminded Brazilians how in the past the Social Democratic Party led the country into a social and economic crisis.
We're going to have a struggle with the Social Democratic Party, which always ruled for just a third of the population and abandoned the poorest people in Brazil. We don't want to see a return of what we might call the ghosts of the past, who left this country bankrupt 3 times. They brought interest rates up to 40% and left massive unemployment. They never fostered policies of social inclusion or to reduce inequality when they had the chance to.
Meanwhile, Aécio Neves says he hopes to construct a broad right-wing alliance in the second round to defeat Rousseff. He aims to link up with other market-friendly and conservative candidates, including third-place candidate Marina Silva.
We're in talks with Minister Marina Silva and with several other leaders. We have to work together, following the path that they think best. All I can say is that this project is so broad that it will include everyone who can contribute something to our victory.
And Brazil wasn't the only country holding elections on the continent Sunday. Peruvians also went to the polls to elect regional and local representatives. For the latest on elections in Peru, we go to our correspondent in Lima.
Exit polls in Lima, the largest city and the capital, give victory to former mayor Luis Castañeda, even though his term in office was marked by corruption and a money laundering case. Current mayor Susana Villarán, who based her campaign on honesty, conceded defeat.
Le ofrecemos todo nuestro apoyo.
We're advancing in the sense that we continue to support a democratic system through elections, but one has to think about the issues of social violence, political democracy, and social-economic democracy. One has to think, for example, about how candidates who are corrupt keep winning, as the president pointed out.
El cambio y la transformación que nuestra ciudad capital está reclamando.
At the national level, the results were mixed, with no single party achieving consistent success.
Avanzamos en el sentido de que seguimos afianzando el sistema democrático.
We offer him all our support so that a fluid, harmonious transition occurs, a responsible transition so that public works can continue, our reforms and change and transformation can continue, things that the capital city is demanding.
Por ejemplo, cómo es que ganan algunos candidatos que tienen como vicepresidente prontuario, ¿no? Que están acusados de corrupción.
Ramiro Escobar proposes that something Peruvians should consider campaigning for is a law that bans candidates accused of corruption. Meanwhile, the mixed results of these elections have left open possibilities for what is to come in the 2016 presidential race.
A week before general elections in Bolivia, the incumbent Evo Morales has received more good news. The latest poll shows Morales the candidate of the movement towards socialism, gathering 57% of the vote. That's an incredible 39 percentage points ahead of his nearest rival, businessman Samuel Doria Medina, who earned 18%. Former President Jorge Tuto Quiroga of the Christian Democratic Party lagged even further behind with 11%. This latest survey suggests Morales will win in the first round, avoiding a runoff election and clinching his third term in office. Activists and families of 43 missing students in Mexico gathered for a protest Sunday demanding justice for their loved ones who disappeared after clashing with local police late last week. The students disappeared in the town of Iguala. Hundreds of activists blocked highways to protest the disappearances. Over the weekend, a mass grave with up to 20 burnt bodies was found in southern Mexico near where some of the students went missing. Authorities have not yet confirmed whether the bodies are those of the students. Taking a look at news from around the world, the U.S. continues its airstrikes targeting the Islamic State group in Iraq and Syria. Australian military aircraft carried out their first armed flights as part of the U.S.-led coalition on Sunday. Despite the ongoing attacks, Islamic State fighters continue making advances in Syria near the Turkish-Syrian border. Attempts by Turkish Kurds to enter Syria and fight alongside their Kurdish allies have so far been blocked by Turkish authorities. U.S. Vice President Joe Biden has apologized to the United Arab Emirates. It comes just a day after Biden also apologized to Turkey. That comes after his claim that the countries had helped facilitate the rise of al-Qaeda-linked groups in Syria. Biden angered the close U.S. allies when he made the suggestion in a speech at Harvard University. Biden claimed that the countries had provided billions of dollars and tens of thousands of tons of weapons to militant fighters trying to oust Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. Biden clarified Sunday he never meant to imply that arming certain rebels led to the growth of militant jihadists. However, several analysts have warned that arms to so-called Syrian moderates have ended up with such groups. New NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said Sunday the military alliance could deploy its forces wherever it wants, apparently calling into question post-Cold War agreements with Russia. Last month, NATO refrained from agreeing to station thousands of troops permanently in Eastern Europe due to a 1997 promise to Russia. However, the marks could represent a tougher stance from the new NATO chief who took over the body last Wednesday. Former CIA analyst Edward Snowden is among the nominees for the 2014 Nobel Peace Prize. Snowden is on the run from U.S. authorities after disclosing secret National Security Agency programs. Snowden was nominated for the prize by the Greens in the European Parliament. The winner will be announced on Friday. To end this morning, we go to the skies of New Mexico. Hundreds of hot air balloons have taken to the skies above the U.S. state in the world's largest hot air balloon festival. More than 600 balloons lifted off in the air at the same time at Saturday's launch and will compete in a range of competitions over the next week. The spectacular has become the most photographed event in the world. More on those stories and others at our website, telesurtv.net/English. For Telesur English, I'm Cody Wood. I hope you have a great Monday.